All right, I'm in Nephi, Utah. I'm gonna take you on an awesome tour of this town, and I just talked to the owner of this house as she was walking out, and she said that I could go ahead and be on her property and film her beautiful home. She's got a little dog down here that she said is just fine. Come here, baby. Come here. Hi, hi. How are you? You sweet baby. Shut this gate not to let her out. But I'm gonna show you a bunch of homes, and then I'm gonna take you down to Main Street and blow your mind. Just awesome evidences all over this town. The question I have is this a balcony? And was this a balcony? Hey, you. So was there a balcony here and another balcony here? And was there another level on this home? And just beautiful Victorian home with a beautiful stone foundation. And let's see. So it looks like they've had an addition added onto it, and you can see where that stone meets right there. So that basement there is new. But let's see if there's a basement in this house real quick. Just love these beautiful windows. Just gorgeous work that they've done on it. And you know, was there another door underneath this door? Beautiful chimneys, beautiful window here going into the wood, if you notice there. And is this, here's a window right here. And so, obviously there's a basement in the building. So it makes you wonder if that goes in there quite deep, so it makes you wonder if this stone is new, is what's new on the building is this stone. Very interesting. Right below this window, they've plugged some of the utilities in, and just awesome. In this house next to it right here, you can see that they've got a new foundation on this home right here. And they've got a window right below this window that's in the new foundation. And you can see how they've put this porch on right here and how it's pulling away from the house right there. You see that? And so I'm just gonna show you a couple more homes here, and then I'm going to take you to another neighborhood, well, just in the area here, and then later to State Street. You stay. So this bungalow house, it's really interesting. Definitely the porch is new on this building, and not attached really to the home itself like you would want. But you got a window and a window, looks like another window and a window. So interesting. But then look at this house. And was this house originally maybe brick underneath there? And you've got right here, you have a window that just seems in an odd spot on this new foundation, and it looks like maybe a new porch put on here, and there's actually a room underneath there, and there's a cold room in there. And then we have another bungalow right here, and you can see that there's a window or two back there with grates. So they go low and deep. And really interesting, just the design of these homes. And did they take brick off the top and build this porch with it? Let's just see if we can see back there. You can see that there's a couple windows back there. Kind of hard to pick them out, but they're there. Just really interesting. So I'm gonna take you over here to a few more homes, and then I'm gonna take you over to State Street. I'll be right back. Main Street. Okay, so I'm just actually was just around the corner over here and saw this house right here, and so just wanted to show you this house because it's a lot like the house that we were first looking at. But you can see back there that there's a window where it looks like some utilities have been plugged into it back there up against the garage, which could have a set of stairs in it. And then you've got this window right here that looks like it's been blocked in or boarded in. And but it's very similar to the first house. And so, you know, the idea is, you know, what if you found a bunch of homes like these, and you can see they've put some utilities into this window as well, which is right below this window. And was there another window right here at one time? I thought this was interesting right here, by the way. The root word tar, like Tartaria. That's just really interesting that someone called their business Tartar. So just get some good footage of this house right here. You know, is this a new foundation on this home? Made to look like an original foundation. Is that possible? It's a beautiful home, but would you build it this way, you know, is the question. I would say no. I do not believe that you're going to put the money into these beautiful windows and then have the roof line cover part of your window there. And look at that beautiful keyhole arch, and also being partially covered by the top of the roof. So, you know, my belief is this porch area here is new, and this porch is new. Just very interesting. Right here you can see a vent coming out of the basement, and let's see if there's anything around the side here. You know, so the question I have is, and look, there's another vent right there. Do you see that? Let's see if I can get a better angle for you. So there's another vent right there, center screen. So, you know, if you were to find a bunch of buildings with the same brick and the same stone, you know, you could take some of the homes completely down and reuse some of those materials on the other homes that you wanted to keep. So that's the idea. I'm gonna take you over to some other homes. I'll be right back. Okay, I just came around the corner and saw a few homes right next to each other here. What I noticed about this home was that it used to have 3 large windows in it. You see that? Here, here, and here. They've been patched in, And maybe, in fact, there was a door where this window is, I guess. It appears, or at least maybe a window was made into a door at one time. And so, just thought that was really interesting. They've got, it looks like a pebble mix foundation on this old home. And then you've got this house right here. And right off the bat, you know, it just kind of made me wonder about this type of architecture. If this is a renovation architecture where you have, you know, not enough materials in the upstairs after you may have taken the brick that you needed. And so you end up with this type of architecture in order to make it livable up there. But right here is what I noticed about this building is these two windows right here and right here, which are directly below these other two windows that have been blocked in. Looks like a new foundation that comes out from the house. You know, they used that to hide windows, so there could have very well been a window right there at one time that's been blocked in and then cemented over, and as well right here, and as well as right there and right there. It's very interesting. It's got the red brick chimney there. I'm gonna go across the street real quick here and show you this house. It's got stairs going down right here, down to a door right there. Just ask yourself, would you ever build this house this way? So you've got a little porch with a window that looks like the same height as the window here that could have been made into a door. And you have a full-size window right below this window. You see that? And so was this the original first floor down here, and then there was a flood of mud that came in, and this is what they found and fixed up. And then right below this window you have another full-size window. You know, it does look like this is a new foundation here, and so maybe they could blocked in the windows just a little bit in order to maybe make it more secure as a foundation. Anyway, just three interesting houses right near each other here. All right, so we're still in the residential area of Nephi, Utah. I just came across this awesome building here in the middle of a neighborhood, just a couple blocks north of Main Street. And just look at this architecture right here. Very interesting. You can see that that curve reminds me a lot of that school in let's see, in Spring City. And it wouldn't surprise me if this is the same architect that built this. Right here as well is a little interesting home with a porch on the front of it. And you've got this window with a vent right below it, but you've got a new foundation on this house here. Let's take a look at this house right here though, or whatever this was. You can see that it's got arched windows, and it's got a new foundation around the bottom. And were there windows there? And you've got your concrete steps up to this level right here, which appears to be in line with these windows. So was that originally a window made into a door? And it looks to me like this building may be older than the building next to it, but I want to show you something with that building I think you're gonna love. But this whole porch on this building, the whole thing, that is a that's not original to this building, no question. And that's just a cement facade over whatever was put there. But were they able to take bricks off this building to build this porch with, is the question that I have. And so you've got all these squared off windows on this building. And lucky for us, the public sidewalk just goes straight down the side of this building. And so let's take a look at this. Definitely was not built on this concrete that way originally. And there is literally a room underneath this porch with probably multiple entrances into that porch with exterior doors down there. Very interesting. So you come along the side and you've got these squared off windows here, and boom, we've got this big window that's same width as these larger windows above it, right down here below ground. And another one, window, window, window. And this is not the original foundation of this building. They were not firing their own brick and then going to the local place to get your pebble mixed concrete that is falling apart. And you have an entrance right here. Very interesting. And you have another huge mudflood window. Window, window, window. And you know, you can just see it's a beautiful building. So then you come down and you have stairs down to this area with a door that looks like it was a window maybe at one time. Do you see that? Right below this large window here, and there's another window below this large window here. But the truth comes out in the back. It appears that all of these windows were arched windows originally, and they've got arch window gilt, and took all their arch windows and squared them out, except they didn't want to spend the money on the back. And so we see what the true building looked like. And you've got a shack over here that likely has stairs on it right here. Let's see what else we got. Obviously there was either a window right there or a door, or there's something that they turned into a door and then blocked it back in. But this particular brick right here used to be red brick at one time. In fact, you can see that it used to be red brick when you zoom into some of these areas, like right there. You see that? So it's been bleached over a long period of time. I bet if we look in the county records on this building and we look at the oldest pictures of this building, we're going to see that it always looked like this right here with squared off windows. And just thought that was really interesting. Let's go back around and see if we notice anything else on this building. You know, the question I have was, and it makes perfect sense to me when you look at the front of this building, and that is that there are other doors down below these doors. They've created a room right there. And we see on the back that they have full-size windows. But originally, these were arched windows. I really believe that. And they squared them in. And there's another window there, another window, another window, another window. Probably with the doors, original doors down there. And you can see that they have these holes where they're venting that room right there. Do you see those? So really interesting find. I thought this building next to it was really interesting. They've got they've added this porch to it. They've put siding over this whole area, but you can see that the top of this door right here used to be in line with these windows. You see that? And so was that originally a second story window? And also the same story here with the porch. There's a room right there, down inside there, with another exterior door into that room. And was that exterior door the original front door on level ground when this building was built? That's the question this community is asking, the Mudflood community. You have a door, or at least a window that was turned into a door here, but all arched down this side. New foundation all the way down the side of it. All right, I'll be right back.
100, but I can't remember off the top of my head.
So you're the owner's daughter.
Yeah. My mom and my stepdad owned it. They bought it a while ago.
And what's the deal with the basement right now?
The basement...
Is this storage right now, or?
Yeah, pretty much. It's been storage for a while.
Man, you guys got full-size windows down there. That's just amazing.
Yeah, they haven't touched the windows.
Uh-huh.
Well, those are the original windows. They haven't touched those ones. But these ones, like the ones that are like pre-listed.
And it looks like it might have originally had arch windows that have been squared off around the sides. I mean, that's just interesting, right?
So they didn't arch the windows. They were actually square windows, and then they just made the building arch right there. I don't know, but I don't know if that was right there at one point. But
Oh, that one there?
yeah, that's been like that since we had it.
Is there stairs inside this area that's been added to get down into the basement?
On the inside.
On the inside, but in this new area?
No.
There's no stairs back in here to the inside. They're all just right there. Those are the only ones?
Yeah.
Wow. Awesome. So is there brick that kind of comes into this room right here?
On the inside, yeah.
On the inside?
Yeah, there's like, it's like a brick wall and then they drywall over it.
Can you see it through the window there, the brick?
No, you can't.
Oh, you can't? Oh, you can't, huh? Awesome. So they put siding on the back here. And you guys have just turned it into an apartment complex?
It's been an apartment complex since we had it. It's like, when it was first being used, it was a hotel.
Uh-huh.
But it's been a apartment building.
So it was a hotel originally?
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, so
Do you know what the name of the hotel was?
I want to say Forester, but I think that's wrong.
Forester, maybe? Awesome. Look at this stonework that's being behind this, it looks like there was, is that a keystone? It looks like an arch, like, you know, it could have made an arch up there. You see that? That's awesome. Wow, good siding work. And it looks like there used to be a window right here as well, huh? Wow, so there's a basement window right there that's been blocked in. It looks like a porch. Is there, this has a vent or a window underneath the porch right here, venting as well? A crawl space? Wow. And so then you've got your arches on the back of this part over here. So this is obviously older than the original, right? I mean, than the rest of it? So the bigger side, so this is actually, the storyline is that this is newer with the arches and the curves than the squared off window area.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, interesting.
Yeah, like you can tell from the front of the building that it was added on.
Oh, I see.
So like the front porch and then where the porch rounds off, that's where they added on.
Got it. And this is just, goes straight down into the basement.
Yeah, that goes into like more piping for like this part of the building.
Uh-huh. Wow. I really appreciate you letting me video that.
Yeah, of course.
It's just awesome to document these old buildings. So there is a window below this set of window right here. It looks like new cement facade at one point was laid to strengthen the foundation right here. And that's interesting. Arched door, but it's the same height as these windows, so it could have been a window at one time that was turned in.
This has always been a door.
Always, huh?
Yeah, because this has just been a door. I don't even know.
Since you can remember, huh?
But like right here, this doorway used to have a stairway that came down, but it wasn't sturdy enough.
Uh-huh.
So, and it wasn't safe, so we ripped that down just because there's always kids trying to run up and down.
What about under here? Is there cold storage underneath this area?
No.
No, there's nothing under there.
Yeah, there's nothing under
So,
that one.
so these holes that are around this, they're not venting anything in there, right? These holes.
Those just are like porch runoff, so like there's water.
Oh, water on the porch itself.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right, have a great day. So there's the backside. All right, we're in Nephi, Utah on Main Street. I'm gonna take you down and around here. Know you're gonna love this. To me, it looks to me like this flaring out at the bottoms of a building could be a trick. That you could take bricks off the top of a building and chip away and then stare that like that in order to make this look so that you can get over any windows that may have been sticking out of the ground. And the reason I say that is here's an old coal chute right here. So we know that there's a basement on this old building here. And they've put a cinder block shack on the back of it. And it really would not surprise me at all if there's a set of stairs inside there. Just really awesome. And you can see that it was a red brick building, but there's definitely a basement in there, but we're not seeing any windows on it. And it looks like they've topped it off with cinder block when they put the shack on the back. You see that? So to get that height, if they did take a level brick off the top, just interesting. Just a beautiful. This is the Times News building. Has looks like a stone cornerstone sets here, and just beautiful. And so let's keep going here. So on the side here, it looks like there used to be a building next to it here. It's really interesting color of stone, of brick here, but really hard to tell what we're looking at. Almost looks like a mud brick up in this area here. You see that? Just interesting. I'm not really seeing anything, but this is some strange wood here. So maybe that was the inside wall of the store that used to be right here. Kind of makes sense. So let's keep going. Looks like there's a creek that runs through Main Street here. See that? But then we come up to another old brick building, and it looks like an old mud brick building. But on the back, what we've got is these old world arched windows blocked in back there. You see that? And were they doors or were they windows? Kind of strange to put two doors right next to each other like that. Let's see if there's anything else we see on this building. There is something going on right here. Do you see that? It looks like it's boarded in with a piece of sheet metal, but you can see that wood going across there, as if there was a window or something right there with access to the basement. And you can see that they've used some type of cement along the brick there, and you can see how thick and how many levels of brick that back wall used to be. And again, it's made out of that yellow brick that used to be red, is what it looks like. Used to be a window right here, it looks like, that's been patched in. But look at this brick. I mean, this is absolutely mud brick right here. You see that? And they've tied in something else into this mud brick structure. And you can see even more right here now. You can see that they've got a mud flood window right there, it looks like. Just a beautiful building. And they've done a stucco over the front of it, but it's definitely an old brick building. And now it's some type of Ace hardware, something like that. 4D plumbing supply. So we've got another brick building here. This all looks like a newer brickwork here, but you can see the top here, just beautiful work. Up along the top, still holding up beautiful. Looks like they've thrown a level of maybe paint or something above it, and they've stuccoed the middle level, and then they've re-bricked the bottom level. You can see that. So we've got an old brick building right here, this little guy, and this is probably an old brick building as well. It's just shorter, but you can see it looks like a new facade on the front, tied in, and it looks like we have a mud flood window right here. See that? Oh, what you can see down there. Pretty awesome. And another mud flood window. I mean, come on guys, is that strange or what? So we've got a couple windows down below, and you can see the side of this building here. Let's see if we can see anything interesting on the building. Not seeing any windows in it. Let's keep going. But yes, 2 mud flood windows well below ground in the front, right on each side of the door there. So I came back to this building with the plates on it, and just talked to the ladies inside. It's a eye doctor, and the lady I talked to's dad owns the building, and anyway, they say that they believe that there's a basement down there, but there is no stairs going down to that basement that they're aware of. They've never been down there. They don't think that there is stairs, so as if they've just been, the basement's just been covered over, and so I just thought that was really interesting. And where we were was right over here by this, talking to this gentleman with a big white house just right over here across the street, and they both have that same story, that yes, there's a basement, but no stairs going down to the basement. So, interesting phenomenon. Probably another brick building right here. And we've got a beautiful old brick building on the other side of this. So, just look at that beautiful work up there. Big stones on top of each squared in window. And you've got what looks like a cornerstone right here. Just big. Looks like about 11 or 12 foot of bottom space. Just awesome. There's stairs in there going up. And we've got another what looks like brick building right here. And let's see what we're looking at on the side. So they've put some bushes in. Let's see where this takes us. It takes us to the Wab County Multi-Purpose Center. So we're on public property here. So let's go down the side of this building on this government property right here. And what do we have right below this window? We have a little window that's been welded in right here with bars on it. Was there another window right here possibly? Maybe. And we have another, what I would call mud flood window right here, just barely peeking over below ground level. And we have a shack on the back, where I would bet you that there is a set of stairs going down to that level. And it's all this yellow brick that used to be red brick, and you can see that right here. You see that? See that red in the brick where it's been protected from sun or something? And that brings us right over to this municipal building. Look at this gorgeous arched windows with keystones in each window here. Look what they've done right here. They've poured a pad right along here. I'm gonna show you why in just a second, but we've got another old building we'll come around to back here. But they have poured this pad all along there, and look, it's about 6 inches down from what you would think was the foundation on this building. And just look at this work that they've done on these keystones. This beautiful work. They've done a level of paint over it, but you can see why right here. There is a mudflood window right there, guys. And were there other windows in here? I believe there absolutely was. Look where that window starts. Look how high this is. It makes perfect sense. Here's another one right here. And we have another one right here. That's a plate right there that's keeping water. It's supposed to be keeping water out of that area right there. And they just put that concrete all the way along this. So, was there another level to this building at one point? Very interesting. Looks like this may be newer than this area here. So like, this could be like a shack on the front. The brick does not look as old as this brick. They've tried to mimic the art as best that they could and done a pretty good job of it. Let's keep going here. So they have a new foundation on this building with the pebble concrete, and they have squared off windows, of course. So we have a bunch of beautiful, absolutely gorgeous archwork over here, but they don't know how to do that, guys. So that this is the best that they can do right here. And very interesting, right? I'm gonna take you over to this post office over here and knock your socks off. Just absolutely amazing evidence all around that building. You're gonna love it. So, look at that. So, was there maybe another building that they've went around? Because look at this right here. Just very interesting. This part right here ties in to the old structure. You see that? And they have some vents up there, like maybe there was a bell up in there or something. And so this side of the building looks just like the other side of the building. But what do we have right here? We have ground level windows, which I'm sure deeper at one point. And we have a new foundation which allowed them to possibly move where the windows were. I believe there's a high possibility that these windows were window at one time. But with this new foundation, it gave them the ability to put the windows where they wanted them. Let's take a look in there and see if, what we see in there. Looks like, I'm not really sure what that was. So, just beautiful old world building right here, no doubt. Just love this work that was done on this building. And you have stairs going up. And was there another door right there? And is that why they did this way? I believe that's a possibility, that there was another door down there. I really do. Let's keep going here. So we got another ground level window right down here. Another set of stairs up to another door with a window above it. And we have a ground level window. And then look what they've done here. They've made a drive-in, almost a garage in the basement. And same architecture on the back, just beautiful. So let's take a look over here. Let's see what they're saying here. They're saying, built by the Polygel Building Manufacturing Company of St. Louis, Missouri in 1892. All right. So you can see that whatever's been done around the foundation of it, they've put a facade over this stone, and that's fallen apart. But we have these old world arch windows here with this old brick that used to be red that is now turned to orange or yellow. But this is an old gel right here. And let's see if we see anything in the back here. Not seeing anything back here exactly. But right here it looks like there was either another building here at one time, and these are coal chutes down to a boiler that used to be here maybe, and this was a stack. A big, beautiful, thick boiler stack is what it looks like. And boom! Oh my gosh, guys. This is so crazy. So it absolutely looks like there was a basement in here. So we're right about the coal chutes here. And there was a boiler here that may have heated both of these buildings. But let's go check this out. Holy cow, guys, that goes down there a lot. That goes down there way deep. Let's go see how deep this goes. And you've got a window right here and another window. That's how high this is. And so let's go down to this level down here and see what we're looking at. So right here is 8 feet. So 8 feet is halfway in between these two. So I'm guessing we're about 16 feet down from this top area here. Very interesting. I've never seen anything like this. Very interesting that that goes down so deep, don't you think? Absolutely. So, were there windows here? I believe there's an absolute possibility that that there were windows below here, that this has been chipped out, this brick. They've put a facade stone along the base of here. Unbelievable. So let's go around through the back here. This looks like it's a street right back here. So let's take a look at this old building first and just see if we notice anything. It's an old brick building. Not really seeing anything here. It looks like they've got stones above the windows here. And there's a garage here. But let's focus on the backside of Main Street here. So they've got a cinder block building on the backs of here, but you can see that that probably covered a brick building, because look at that beautiful, huge, thick stack that's coming off the back there. I'd say there's a high likelihood of that. We've got arch windows all over the back of this building right here. And on the side there, you see that? Very interesting. So, on the back of this building right here, see if there's anything that we see along the back of there. I can see that they've patched in that door with those skinny, long, horizontal windows there. Used to be a huge door right there, and they've added a cinder block diagonal thing to the back there, behind the trailer, to connect these two buildings, or maybe there's stairs in there. Really interesting. This looks like newer brick to me, and attached to older brick back here. So let's keep going here. And this looks like newer brick to me or something. So we've got that creek that we started with right here. Sorry about the breeze, guys. I can tell you, you're gonna be blown away by this post office here in a little bit. All right, just coming out of these bushes here. I want to take you over to this Victorian house right here and see if we notice anything. This Victorian house is probably the prettiest house in town, and so it's a beautiful 3-story Victorian home. Just beautiful, well done. The tops look a little short, but it could have been built that way. The question I have is the foundation on this original, or did this go another level taller at one point? For instance, was this little balcony area here up with a view? And one thing that's interesting is this rock work goes up, but then it's wood. You're walking on wood there, and no question, I believe that there's windows inside that porch, so let's just see. If we see anything. You know, would you build this way with this pitch coming in front of your doors on the second or original third level? I don't think that you would. I think you'd bring that down a little bit lower. But you know, was this a window? Just very interesting. Very interesting. And the only reason I bring that up is because you can see back there, you can see those windows. There's 2 windows right there, and then they've put that shack on the side. And is there stairs in there going down to that level? Just very interesting. All right, we're gonna go hit some more of this main street. I'll be right back.
When we bought it, there were goats and chickens living right here.
Oh, really?
And they had hay bale garden all around it.
Wow, so
it was pretty beat up.
15 minimum inches of brick, even
Yes.
the inside walls and the rooms everywhere is 15 inches of brick. It used to be almost centered below this arch right here, what was the coal chute.
Correct.
And now there's a porch over that, and,
Yes.
and no hole to that at this point.
Correct.
Like basically patched in.
Yes.
Wow, unbelievable. Appreciate you letting me a video.
Yeah, and if you've had
Man,
other
this
questions, I'm more than willing to answer. Or
will do. Thank you.
On the tour, whatever you want.
So this house is built in 1893, and it's built like a tank. And so, is there stairs in this area right here going down? They're on the inside?
So this is an enclosed porch that when indoor plumbing came to the house, they enclosed the porch and they put 2 bathrooms and a laundry room on it.
Okay, okay.
Our plan here in the next year is this needs to be rebuilt because it's slowly sinking. We'll be chopping that back off again.
Okay.
We'll be rebuilding it.
So this part of the building's sinky, but not this part,
Yeah.
not the original part.
Right.
It's sturdy as heck, right?
Yes.
All right.
And then we'll be tearing off this enclosed carport and building an actual garage when we rebuild the bathrooms.
Awesome. Wow. Just look at the detail on this beauty. But yes, he says this thing is originally red brick, and these walls are at least that thick right there. of the two long bricks long. And he says that's the inside walls and the outside walls. You can see here venting out the basement. And so he kind of gave me the rundown. I'll just give you the rundown on this. So basically, he says the original pictures of this house, that he says he has them, and that shortly after they built it, they added this porch onto it. And that's the storyline, and that is why it's covering the arches. And, you know, very interesting. But this porch, according to the owner, is the original because he has the pictures, he says. And right now, he says, right in between these two, right there was a door right down there. And they used to come here and drop coal down right in this front area. And just unbelievable. So just amazing. So window. Was there a window here? Maybe at one time. It's been stoned in. So then you have another balcony right here. What's the storyline on this balcony? Is it also seem to be original as far as you know? It's all on the balcony and everything?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'll grab an old picture of it.
Oh,
so
wonderful.
you can see it
Awesome.
here.
Thank you. So this is obviously a new pad that's been poured here, but maybe we're going to find out if it's similar to the original. And coming around the back here. And another porch here. And then you come to the back side of the shed here. And you know, I'm not really seeing any venting the basement other than in the front there. But he's gonna show us a picture. I'm gonna take some video of that, and then I'll head to another place. So the owner just showed me this photo here, and you can see what the original. And what is this little rectangular area center screen right here?
That's that window we talk about on the porch.
Oh, so there was a window that came out
Right there.
on the porch right here. And is that what you're talking about became the coal chute?
Yeah, well, so the coal chute resides under this piece here.
Under this piece right here?
Yes, that is not part of the coal chute.
Okay.
That actually is part of the cellar underneath.
Oh, really? Okay, and so that is kind of venting that area. And how big is the basement, like, in compared to the size of the home?
Not big. I'll
Not
show
big,
you.
huh?
Come on in.
All right. Appreciate this. Here, you can take this, keep that in. That's awesome. So you're looking at, what do you got, 10-foot ceilings in here?
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. And got the window, and look at that. Still working there, the contraption. It's so cool, man.
Yeah. So this is the part that's kind of settling.
Okay.
Back here.
So here's settling, and here towards the.
Yeah, this
Sure,
bathroom,
there.
you can really see it starting to pull away from the house.
Oh, so this is the addition.
Yes.
Got it. They just don't make them like they used to.
So we will tear that all off and rebuild it.
Oh wow! So this has got a cool little.
The
Contraption
stairs
door.
used to switch the other direction. And our plan when we do the remodel is to flip them back towards the front of the house.
Okay, so they used to go down this way.
These stairs, they go upstairs, used
Oh.
to go that way.
Oh, so you're telling me that they changed the stairs in
Yeah.
this house?
The reason
These
was,
stairs used to go down that
yeah,
way.
you can see the
Okay,
original.
and the reason?
When the lady that lived here, June Wilson, lived here, she was living upstairs at the time, and the only bathroom was down here.
Okay.
And it was too hard for her to go all the way down this way, come all the way around the house to go to the restroom and use that. So she flipped them so she could come right down to the bathroom.
Wow, incredible.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot of work to go to the bathroom.
It is.
A lot of money, I guess.
Yeah. Watch your head.
All right. So we're going down into the cellar here. Wow, now look at that. So you have brick down here.
Yeah.
And then stone on top of it.
So I think what it was is when some of the stone crumbled down here, they kind of filled it back in with brick.
Okay.
Is what they did. And this used to be all whitewashed plaster. And as they've, as it's crumbled and fallen off, it just kind of left it exposed.
Okay. So this is the extent of the basement.
That is
and that's the
old coal chute under the porch.
All right. And so there's under the porch in there. Wow. And so it looks like they've reinforced some concrete in here to help with that.
Yeah.
And that stone goes just straight to the concrete here. Same here. Wow. And then
this is where the old coal-fired stove used to be right here.
All right. So this is like this is the coal-fired stove heating the whole place right here.
Heat the whole place.
And you can just see, so you've got a level of brick here, and then you've got stone, just serious, what would you call it? Measures to make sure the foundation stays strong, huh?
Oh yeah.
And there's actually the old, what is that?
The old firebox.
The old clean out or?
Yeah, I think that is the clean out.
Yeah. That's where like all of the ash and they just get that out. Wow, and this is, but basically, now you got brick underneath here as well, but is this stone down here deeper? So they just patched it in with brick here and there to just make sure it was strong.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy, right? Yeah. So then you've got brick in here. Is this is stone down here, brick in here. Huh. And this is the window. Well, this is that window right there. Yeah. There is that window.
There it is.
There it is. And
it's all been filled in.
Just holding the earth back. Basically, it's just a screen with dirt up against it.
All it is.
So dang amazing. It looks like it's sifted all this dirt over time.
Yeah. And the original.
And you can just see, I mean, yeah, just this little area right here alone is 14 inches.
Yeah, and you got all the original hooks hanging from the ceiling where they used to hang, their goods, their dry goods and stuff down here.
It's like a cold room down here, basically, this whole area. Yeah. Well, I really appreciate you letting me see that. And that's just, I mean, that goes back there a good 4 feet, it looks like.
Yeah.
Wow, these are just, this is a serious foundation. Awesome. So get another view of this right here. Brick going into the ground down here, brick going into the ground down here, stone. Very interesting. What came first, the brick or the stone? Awesome.
So this pantry actually used to be the hallway.
This
hallway used to go all the way through.
Okay, so this used to be a hallway right here.
Yes. And our intent is when we redo the garage, because we won't have restroom or anything, we're going to go ahead and just move out.
Got it.
Tear this whole thing back out again.
You're putting the stairs back the way they originally were.
I've got to build a lintel, a post, and everything for it.
Ah. So these stairs actually used to come up from right here and go down that way. And the old owner swapped them around because she says that it made it possible for her to go to the bathroom easier. Amazing. Well, I really appreciate it. We're just huge, tall ceilings all throughout, or all 10 feet on both levels?
Yes. So initially when we moved in, the upstairs hall was only 8 feet. And I couldn't figure out why. I was standing here one day when we were first kind of cleaning things out, I'm standing right here in this hallway and door, and I went, wait a minute, something is not right. Because this ceiling was tall, that ceiling was tall, and this one was down where these pipes are.
Oh.
And so one of the workers I had here, I said, get on that ladder.
So this whole area right here had been dropped.
And I told him, get up there and punch a hole and put your camera up there and take a picture.
It's just empty?
And it was just empty. There was some water damage in this corner and
Water
here.
damage up here and here.
And
Wow, and they just dropped the ceiling.
just to hide it.
Just to hide it to sell it.
No, it had been that way for
just to hide
40 years.
Oh, so they didn't want to fix it and they just dropped the whole ceiling instead.
So I
That's weird, right?
Pull it all back down again and patch everything up. We had whatever leak was there fixed and replaced. And
Is this the new heating, this radiant heating?
it's been here since the 50s, I think.
Okay.
And you know, when we redo some of the stuff up here, I'm going to reroute it a little bit and clean it up. So
Wow, so there's the upstairs and there's a few more rooms, another room, another room.
yeah, there's 4 rooms.
Four rooms
here.
up here, all right.
And they're all big.
Uh-huh.
So not like the old Victorians where, you know, they're tiny little rooms.
Wow, this is huge. I'd say that this is like 15 by 17 or something like
it's a
that,
big
right?
room.
Wow, that's really amazing. These people were living large back in the day.
Yeah. So this is all going to get rebuilt when I flip the stairs.
Oh yeah. So he's gonna flip the stairs where they come down here, or
Correct.
is that right?
Yep.
So they'll start
They'll
right
start
here
where
and
this
come
is.
down,
So
and then
this
he'll.
will be stairwell still.
Uh-huh.
It'll go the other direction.
Got it. He's basically completely just opposite of what you're
Yep.
gonna do. Awesome. This kitchen is pretty too. I mean, it's big for you know.
It is. And our plan when we redo it is, some people are gonna hate us for this, but our family has grown, our extended family, and we have no place to house everybody. And so one of the challenges we've got is how do we make a little bit bigger dining area? And so we'll do a little bit of reconfiguring when we replace that.
Well, I think as long as you keep these door frames and everything and make sure you reuse them, I think there's nothing to complain about.
Yeah, my wife has been specific about that.
So what kind of stove is this?
So they've all been bricked in right now. Well, not all.
But there's the plate that was on the stove. Huh?
And the intent is to reuse this mantelpiece. So initially there was fireplaces down here plus the coal burners to heat the downstairs. The upstairs, as the flues go straight up, and they had wood burning stoves in every one of the rooms upstairs.
Okay.
So there's just a hole up there in the walls that we could connect in a wood burning stove to.
Oh wow.
They're still there, and we'll keep those. That's all going to stay.
Right.
This fireplace will be reused when we reconfigure this, because this wall is going to change, and we're going to slap it against the stairs here. And so we're going to reuse that, and then in here.
So this is the front door, right? Is this the main front door?
Yes.
Always was, not this one over here, right?
Yeah. These 2 doors here on the porch, the grand porch. They originally used this room and the
Oh, wait, this is where the coal chute is out here. So, and the front door is over here.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, got it.
So this fireplace here kind of still works. I'd be hesitant to use it for any extended period of time.
Yeah, just cause.
Just cause.
Yeah.
But there's a mirror to this one on the back side.
Interesting, and you know, like it is a little strange how small that is, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of radium? Well, there's this new information that's come out, and it does kind of make sense with this stove because it's so small. But they were using this product called radium back in the late 1800s, and it would last 6 months, a little piece, and it would just radiate and almost like free energy, almost. You know. And so you see these little things, and you wonder if they had a previous use that we're not aware of. And that the cartel doesn't necessarily want us to know about. It's just interesting, right? Ah, look at this. It's just really, this is original as far as you know. You got all of this gold lay detail. You've got these 8-point asterisks. Another 8-point asterisk right there. Just very interesting. Got the waves symbology down here. That's a tiny little stove. That's very, to me, I don't see how it could heat.
Either.
But just awesome. All right. Well, hey, I really appreciate your time.
Yeah.
That was really kind.
My pleasure.
Awesome. Is this the best place to exit?
Yeah.
All right. JD, right?
Yes.
Thanks a lot.
You have a great day.
Bye-bye. So that's that, guys. That is the storyline on this house right here. So this is the front door right here. And where we originally approached the house from is the side of the house. Very interesting that there was brick down in the basement, lower than stone. And so question, is that this brick all the way down in there and patched with stone? Which one is it, the chicken or the egg? I'm gonna take you to a few more places and I'll be right back. Okay, so we were just right over at this house right over here, and that nice gentleman took us on a tour of his home. And I just was driving away and I saw this house right here. And very interesting. You get down and you can see that those were actually arches. You see the tops of those? And you've got this port window on the top, and you've got these tall arch windows on the side. You know, the question I have is, was this originally a level taller? And were these windows possibly? Just very interesting, brick home, beautiful. And so I wanted to get you over here. I just like showing, you know, these common themes in a little neighborhood. And you know, you come here, you come to a place and you see certain things happening on homes, or homes that look a little short or maybe not original. And then you've got this home right around the corner. And so what I noticed was this little blocked in window right there on the bottom, that there is a basement in there enough for there to be a window right there. And then look at the tops. Would you ever build this home this way? You've got your keyhole shaped window right below the eaves, pretty dang close. And then your other window over here, you've had to go into your roof in order to make. And the quality of their work is holding up pretty well for the age, you know, as far as the materials go. And so, you know, was there another window down here? Were these two balconies? We've seen a very similar home right off the bat, right from the beginning of the first place I took you here in Nephi. But yeah, it looked very similar to this. Just makes you wonder. And then let's look down the side and see if we see anything down the side. Well, one thing we do have is a shack on the back where I'm sure they have some stairs going down to that basement. We know that there's a basement, and you see that flat rock, maybe a vent, center screen. So interesting there. And then right next door to it, we have another one of these style homes. Got the 8-point asterisk windows, and seems to me like a little short. But what you've got here is you've got your yellow, once red brick chimney, and you've got your shack on the side there. I wonder if there's some stairs in there. We've got some trellis over where that, if there is a window there, we wouldn't be able to see it. And just a beautiful home. They've got a bell from somewhere out front. But we do have over here a couple vents, it looks like. Right below this window, we've got this vent right here. And thought I saw another vent right back there in between those two bushes. You see that right there? So very interesting. Got another shack on this side, probably where the stairs are going to the basement. And then the back has been completely stuccoed. Interesting. So was it brick on the back? Interesting. It's just right across from this old rundown yellow brick, what maybe was a home at one time. Very interesting. And it's now the garage or whatever for this old home here that's looks a little funny. And not sure what that's made out of, so let's see if we can zoom in right there and see. Looks like it's a stone home. Huh, interesting. You can see that they've patched in a window right there. So, just the neighborhood. Be right back. So I'm in Nephi. What is this? What is this street? This is
The street,
yeah,
100 south.
100 South. Yeah.
Yeah, this one is 36 east, 100 south.
And you got this big brick house with the arched windows, just beautiful. And I was talking to the owner, and he says that the people who sold it to him 5 years ago told him that there is a basement in this house, but there is no stairs down to the basement, and they believe that the bathroom, that they turned the stair entrance to the basement into a bathroom because they seem to think that it's not as stable in there, and they've watched some tiles pop. And but we know that there is a basement because the owner 5 years ago said there was, but here's a vent into the basement. And just beautiful brick house. I bet it was red brick originally. And interesting. The whole thing's just interesting. Got the beautiful arches. Looks like maybe there was a balcony up here at one time, huh? And got the stone foundation there. You put some plaster over it, looks like. And it does look like it was red brick. I think we can see some red inside there in that paint. Just so interesting. And it is a big house for the age, for the year that it was built. But it's in the 1800s, maybe the 1880s, possibly. And there is this shack on the back. What is the shack?
Somebody add that one and make a working closet.
Oh, washroom?
No, a working closet.
Oh, walk-in closet. Oh, so they've added, this is the master, they've added a closet in on the back. That's awesome. I'm just gonna try and get the back of it. Oh, there's the brick right there, popping through. Anyway, just a fascinating story. And then you've got this home next to it that, and this building here, and you can see back there that there was an arch in that door back there. It used to have arches for the doors, and now they have a squared in door back there. But this is a business building here, right?
These guys own this.
Oh, they own them both together. And this may have been an older building as well that they stuccoed over. Oh, this is brand new. Okay, great. Well, yeah. And look, you've got that brick. You see that right there? That brick goes below the fake foundation right there, and that brick is just turning to mud. And so very interesting. Uh-huh. I wonder if you dug out deep enough if you would see another window below these windows for the basement. Yeah. Hey, you guys should definitely try to go to the basement. That's a great idea. Maybe there's a few rooms down there. You get more square foot, you get to sell that building for more money. That's the truth. Thank you. All right, so back on the other side of Main Street, we were just over here. We're gonna check out these buildings. This building looks like it's been re-facaded with new brick, but this is a public park right here. But this is called Old Mill Park, so there was either like a sawmill running off this thing right here or a flour mill, but very interesting. You can see that we've got arch windows back here. You see that? Arch windows and a squared off door right there. It was probably at one time an arch window. And they put this shack on the back right here. They've adobe'd over all of this, but we're gonna come around back here in a little bit. But just wanted to show you this old mill here. And just very interesting. They've definitely put new brick, and you can just see that their brick work is just not up to standards, and they've squared off these windows, which I believe were arched windows, just like the windows behind them, the original ones, but they just can't do that type of work, guys. And so here we have your door with your window above it. These were all arched windows originally, and just not the work that's up to par here. And it looks like they just traced an old building right here. You see that? Crosses and some pretty work there, but not as tight, not as quality as the old timers, guys. So we've got another brick building right here, but they've just put this sheet metal all over it. Same here. We got another brick building, and what have they done to it? They don't want to show us the brick building, so what they've done for us is showed us some of this aluminum siding. And these guys have stuccoed their building. I'm willing to bet you that those were originally arched windows. We're gonna find out in the back right now. But just, you can see the overall structure, how big the windows used to be, just beautiful. And we have another old brick building that they've stuccoed over. And we were just over here, you remember this building. So, yeah, just a beautiful building. Hello. They've stuccoed over the whole thing. I'm gonna take you over here and knock your socks off, guys. That's coming up here. But let's just go around back and just see if we see any sign of that these buildings may have already been here. And sure enough, boom, we've got arched windows, guys, back in the back of these buildings. Again, they just do not have the skills to do those arches anymore like they used to. And even back here on this other building, all of them being squared off. And now what we have is arches in the back. We have a chimney stack right here. Just amazing. And even in the sides, guys, we have these arches here. See that? Those are old world buildings that have been squared off in the front. Now, what looks wrong here? You go down to get into this level here. Very interesting, right? And look at this door, it's about 4.5 feet tall. You go down to get in there. You have some old world architecture here. You have what may have been originally 3 windows. Is there more windows underneath here? Is there a basement? Absolutely, guys. Just amazing. We've got all kinds of streams that are coming together right here. But let's take a look if we see anything else here. Okay, I'm at the Nephi City Culinary Water Improvements Project building. And it's part of a big, basically square block of government buildings. So we're gonna check these out. You know, the question about these buildings is were these originally arched windows up here? And did they actually just put a facade of brick around here and make it look a little bit more modern? That's the theory. You know, I really do believe that these prairie style columns here, and that's what these are, this is like some type of prairie style with these columns of bricks coming down. Just imagine that there was an arch window in there and an arch window here, and they just broke both of those arch windows out and put this in here and squared that whole thing off and then put new brick around it. This is a thick building. There's reasons why I believe that this is a possibility on this building, but along the bottom you have this foundation that I guess we're just going to question whether we believe this is original or not. And so, but right off the bat right here, you can see what happens to our work right here. You can see that this is breaking right here. And what that tells me, honestly, is that there used to be a bigger window right there. This mud flood window was a lot larger, and this has collapsed in. Their patch down there has not held up, and that's why this has created a sinkhole right here. And they have a pipe right here, venting. Maybe that's a water drain right there. So very interesting, and just newer type work. Big windows. Were they arched originally? But we have another mud flood window right here, guys. You see that? And let's keep going. Just very interesting. Just big, beautiful windows here. And you can see how thick this is, and that's why I'm talking that I believe that this is a facade. And if you look at that brick in there, it looks to be that yellow brick. Now take a look at this. Do you see that right there? That looks like old yellow brick, which used to be old red brick. And then boom, you've got the facade. I'm telling you, that is what's going on here, guys. This is an older building than they're letting on. It's an old building that used to have arches, and they've created into this modern look. They got arch gilt and did what they had to do to get rid of their arch gilt. Here's a stack, it looks like. So there's some type of boiler unit in here. Just very interesting. They've got their equipment in there. That was amazing. I cannot believe that we saw that old world brick. Now, look at this right here. It looks like some type of access to a stairs that's going down to that basement. Do you see that? Right there. Very interesting. With a different style of brick in there, if you notice. You see that? The inside brickwork is not the same as the outside. No question. Wow, this is great. Water department. So we've got this foundation along here. What do we have right here directly underneath this window? Well, they chose not to block that completely in like they did right there, and they put a vent in right there. We're gonna come along this side. I believe all of this building has the same, is the same story. But they've blocked this all. I mean, they've put this foundation in all along here, and did prairie style architecture actually originate from disguising old world mud flood buildings? I absolutely believe it did. I'm gonna show you right here. You can see the brickwork on the inside is not the same as the outside. Very interesting. Very interesting. All right, so let's take a look at this building right here. We'll just make our way around here. Let's go ahead and get this back side of this. Very interesting. It comes in and there's a platform right there. Did it go deeper? Is there something underneath there? Absolutely believe there is. Look at these columns right here. They come down to this base and they actually go below it. Do you see that? So what that tells me is this is newer than that. Well, yeah, this is newer than whatever is down here, in other words. Does that make sense? Ha! I'm telling you what, we've got an old world building right here. Look how high they've put the foundation on here. Look at what they've done right here. We're gonna come around to that, but look at that. What is that? Something blocked in right there. So let's keep going. Just very interesting foundation on this building that does not make sense. Very thick, obviously very thick walls on this building. Way thicker than necessary. And so were they covering up something? And you can see that our work is just not holding up right there. You see that? And right here. Is prairie style architecture fake? Just a stone cutter awarded architecture for covering up the mud flood. So this is just a government building right here. Look at this, gorgeous, with columns and everything. At the end, I'm gonna take you over to the post office and hit this little last area of Main Street over here. And the post office is tops, guys. Okay, so this building right here is Schwab County Center. Just gorgeous here. It's got these big old Roman Greco columns, and they've got some type of chute right here that they have. Very interesting. So, but there's no question in my mind that they actually put a facade of brick around an already pre-existing building. And we just proved that in the building behind it. It's the exact same brick. So very interesting. They've got this huge foundation, cement foundation. Were there windows in this area? I believe there absolutely was, guys. It makes no sense why this is this way. Were there windows sticking out of the ground and doors sticking out of the ground? Absolutely. Look at this. And look what we have right here. This is a weapons-free area. Gotta remember that on government properties. We've got some type of genie lamp right there, up there, and another genie lamp. Two genie lamps on each side of the name there. Interesting. But you got this is us, guys. This is our work right here, this concrete. And this is us too. You can see that it's a pebble concrete. These are concrete. Very interesting. Let's look inside there. Okay. So was there a door underneath this set of doors? There absolutely must have been, guys. Look, this goes up about 7 feet high. This foundation. There's no reason for that. There is rooms inside there right now. Strange, right? There is rooms inside there. Yep. This is amazing. So whenever you actually see windows coming out that far from the base, I mean, this is just hiding what was right here. That's the point of all of these places that come out from a building like this. They're there to hide. And you know, the top of this is just metalwork, guys. All of this top crown molding up here, that's all metalwork. Was there an arch right there and that's just covering it? It's a high possibility in my book. We've got a vent coming out of the basement right here. It looks like a dryer vent. And we've got a bunch of stuff coming out right here where utilities are plugged in. Okay. Very interesting. They put a ramp in here, so even further hiding anything that might have been here. But this is about, looks like about 5 feet of foundation in the back. So look, the foundations actually come down. I guess it's the same as where it was on the front. So we've just come up in elevation a few feet. And let's just take a look at this building right here anyway. There is, you know, was this building a facade? There's a vent directly underneath this window right here. Very interesting. Looks like it could be a deeper brick building. All right, so where were we here? You've got some blocked in windows right here. Were these just arches, arches, arches everywhere? Arches down here that they've concreted in and reinforced. It's just aluminum siding up there, guys. Not original to the building. We've got something going on here. You see this line right here that squares off? That's a patch of some sort, but this is all new, and there's obviously, it's a basement situation going on here. 2 blocked in windows, 3 blocked in windows here, 4 blocked in windows. Very interesting. Let's keep going. Extension. And look at this. The height of this foundation is almost 6 feet. No way, guys. There's no way that someone's gonna build it that way. And look, the door goes right in through there. So these are stairs going down to the basement right here. Interesting. No question, that's a facade stone. Let me just verify that to you one more time. Yeah, just amazing. They've got blocked in windows all along here. They've got stairs that come down here, maybe stairs that go down there as well into this area. And you can see that there's blocked in areas right here as well. This looks like it's another entrance into a basement right here. You pull these things and you're able to walk down in there. Vents venting the basement. Right here is blocked in as well. You see that? And here's a set of stairs going into the basement. Right there. Of course there was windows around this building originally. Yeah. Why did they block them in? Why did they want to hide them? And what is this right here? No question. That was probably another door or another entrance into the basement. See how high that goes? Yeah, it goes the same height as this door right here. So there used to be another door right there, or window. Let's see where it sets. Just interesting, right? All right, let's go over here to the post office. Let's go hit a few of these buildings back here and call this town good. So sorry about the breeze, guys. Man, I cannot believe those municipal buildings were definitely facaded with new brick. That's a fact. and it was yellow brick, guys. That's old brick, similar brick to what this post office was made out of. Okay, we're in Nephi, Utah on Main Street here. We've hit this area over here. We've hit this other area down here. We're gonna look at these buildings and the post office, which is right here. But right here, you can see we have a old world yellow brick building right here, where this newer dark brick looks like it's been tied into it, and they've kept the overall form. So is this a facade over an old building that was pre-existing? Possibly. Love this brown brick, but they've got a new foundation around this building. They've got a new porch with new concrete around this building. The building next to it is all arched. Arches everywhere. It's got the fire escape there. Just arches, arches, arches. Now the building next to it is all squared off. Again, you've got the new brown brick up front tied into the old world brick, which appears to be the same as this with the arches. So we know that this building and this building are roughly the same age. The question I have is, were these arches originally and squared off? And look what we have down here. We have what looks like a mudflood window in the back with a coal chute right there. And let's see if we can see the same thing on this other side. And I think you can see it. I mean, I know I can see it. I know it's there. Right there where that bush is growing next to, there's the same thing on this side, another mudflood window right there that's been blocked in or something. So let's keep going. But we've got this building with arches all over it. It looks like they've put new stone along the bottom of it and tried to mimic the top. But let's just compare our work to their work. You know, just look how far apart these bricks are. And then look up here, look at the tightness and the just beautiful work that they've done up here. And they even tried to do their rendition of an arch right here. But compare that arch to what they were doing all over the place in the old world. Just not the same work. Is there a basement in this building? I would not be surprised at all. So we've got arch windows on the sides here, and it looks like they're squared off in the back. So let's keep going. I can't tell what we're looking at here, but here we are to the post office. And I'm gonna take you around this beautiful building and show you what I believe is an absolute mud flooder. This is an old world, gorgeous old world building. Arches, just beautiful work, sparing no expense, built like a temple. And let's take a look here at this work. Got an eagle over here. And over here, it looks like, I don't know who that is, Lady Liberty maybe, but got the wings in the on the ears. Very interesting. Got a mud flutter window down here. We'll check out in just a second. Let's just go ahead and go inside. Just so you know, you have the right to film in a post office. Look at this beautiful old world building. Just gorgeous. Arches all over the place. Unbelievable, right? Just beautiful. Definitely a basement below us. But this building is built so well Just gorgeous. And you can see just, you know, the quality of craftsmanship that they did. This is some type of technology to stop echoing, I would imagine, as well as just plain beautiful. So there's the inside. You know, you have the right to film on government property. We are the press, just so you know. And you have the right to be on a public place, filming anything from public. There is no expectation of privacy in public. I wanted to go over here real quick and just take a look at this mud flood window. See if we can see anything. This is public property that's no different than a public sidewalk. But you can see that we have a, well, let me just get up there real quick. You can see that we have a window and it goes down there quite a ways. This window, did it go as big as this window? Possibly in the past. Looking at that, that looks like concrete along the bottom. So, you know, very interesting, right? Beautiful work. And so let's just come around this way. We've got another mud flood window right here, just like the other one. And I'd say it goes down there about 5 feet. Just beautiful work. Right directly below this gorgeous window here. And what do we have here? We have stairs going down the side. And have a 7-foot door here. Looks like a facade, cement concrete along the bottom here. Interesting. Doesn't look like they use the basements at all, based on just that right there. It hasn't been cleaned up in years. So they don't really use the basements. Got a beautiful arched window just like in the front right here. Gorgeous stack with this beautiful ornate work on it here. And what do we have here? We have another entrance into the basement with a mud flood window right here. And this door is taller. It looks like it's about 8.5, 9 feet tall down there. And we have some other windows. We have another arched window, not the same as those on the front, but same brick it looks like. Pretty sure. Yep, I would say the exact same brick. So they've done arches all the way around it. And what do we have here? We have another mud flood window right here to the side of this door. Was there another door right here? I believe so. They've plugged stuff in right here. That tells me maybe there was a window right here. Maybe this window went all the way down, not sure. So let's take a look here. It says, vehicles and their contents are subject to inspection when entering, leaving, or while parked within this restricted area. Entering into this arena constitutes consent to the inspection. So that's just for vehicles, guys. That is not a no trespassing sign. So let's go ahead and see what we've got back here. We've got a blocked-in window up here, it looks like, but it does have original brick to it. They put a dock on the back here, and they have an entrance to the building right here, below this window. Was there another window or a door right here originally? Is this the original foundation to this building? And then right along here, we have more mud flood windows. You see that? A window here, a window there. Arch windows, arch windows, arch windows. And we're coming around back to the front, and look what we have here. We have another arched window, and we know that they're not using the basement in this building, so why is it there? Interesting. Let's take a look at the population of Nephi and see if they should actually be busier now than they were, 100 plus years ago when this was built. That's Nephi, Utah. I'm gonna drive around. If I see anything else that I think you'd be interested in, I'm gonna stop and take a look at it. Thanks for watching. All right. Here's the post office just right around the corner over here. Just wanted to show you this building right here. I thought was interesting. You got a cinder block up front, but you've got an old brick building in the middle here. I just wanted to just check out this old building right here. It's being used right now. It looks like some type of mechanics shop is in there. But you've got, it looks like a patch right underneath this window. So there used to be a window right there. Do you see that? See the cinder block patch right there? And you've got a new foundation. It looks like there used to be another window right here that's been patched in with cinder block. In fact, there used to be a big door cut into the brick right here, and maybe a ramp over that window right there, but now they've turned it back. You've got an old ground level window. Was it the same size as this window at one time? This is definitely a new foundation right here and an old building. Got a blocked in window here, right below this window. And you have the cinder block blocked in window right here, right below this window. And another one. And they put a big patch in here, so they opened that up. They obviously had ramps going up, maybe to drive vehicles in or something like that, but you have another window that's at ground level right below this brick, below this window. And then down the back, you can see that they've put in a stucco foundation. They've just stuccoed right over it, and you can see that it goes over the brick in places there. And just thought that was interesting.